Haribol! Hey yogis, welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah, also known as the Bhakti Yogini. Today's class is going to be all about this area, neck and shoulders, with a little bit of other stuff thrown in, just for funsies. Hi, this is Abby. Hi, Abby. If you enjoy practicing yoga on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I have new classes every single week. Get out your mat and let's get started. Today we'll start seated. So go ahead and find your sit bones, cross your legs, really root down through the bones. Hello, Abby. If you need to, you can move some flesh away so that you can sit evenly on the earth. And cross your legs in a nice comfortable position. You can stack them if that feels good today. Really sit nice and tall in the spine, chin slightly tucked to the chest, the hands are resting on the knees. And let's take a few deep breaths. Just coming into our practice today, rooting into the body, into the earth. Maybe settling down from a busy day or getting ready to start one. With each inhale, expand, fill the whole body with that beautiful energy. With each exhale, rooting in even further, really grounding into the earth. Notice I'm making a little bit of sound to the breath, so this is a nice pranayama to work through your practice. Ujjayi pranayama, this is the victorious breath. So we do that by just contracting the back of the throat a little bit, and we pull the air in through the nose, through the throat, and then we push all of the air out of the body, pushing the belly button in towards the chest. In towards the spine. Inhale deeply. Push it out. 2 more breaths here. If you have your eyes closed, gently open them. We'll take our first little stretch in the neck. Allow the right ear to fall to the right shoulder. Stretch through the left side of the neck. If you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, send that left hand down to the ground. Feel the stretch from the fingertips up through the crown of the head. Just feel that length and that release. Use your exhales to fully relax the muscles. With your inhale, gently raise the head up towards center. Return the palm to the knee. And with your next exhale, let's drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Really bringing full focus to the breath. If we want to go a little bit deeper, we bring that right hand down to the earth. We stretch all the way through the right side of the neck, from the fingertips up through the crown of the head. With your inhale, lift up to the center. Let's bring the hands up and overhead. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Press the thumbs into the chest. Tuck the chin to the chest. Take a few deep breaths right into the heart center. Notice the rhythm of your heartbeat. Inhale and open your hands out to the sides. Exhale, bring the right hand behind the back. Use the left hand to grab onto the right wrist and allow your left elbow to be kind of chicken winged here, and bring your left ear to your left shoulder. We're really taking our time to stretch into the neck because this is a place where we tend to really dump a lot of stress and restless energy. So it should feel really, really good to fully breathe and stretch into this space. Release the left hand, plant it down onto the earth, and stretch the right arm up and over the ear. Really rooting into the right hips and pointing really steadily all the way through the right fingertips. If you like, you can go a little bit further down to rest onto your forearms, but only if you can keep both sit bones on the floor. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, hands through the heart. Inhale, arms out to the side. We'll take the left hand behind the back this time. Right hand reaches for the left wrist. We chicken wing that arm. And slowly lower the right ear to the right shoulder. Breathing deeply into the space. You should feel a nice opening in the shoulder as well. With your next exhale, lower the right hand down to the earth, stretch the left hand up and over the ear, and really root into the ground as you reach up and over. If you feel like you can drop down to the forearm while continuing to plant those sit bones into the earth, then do so. And take that full stretch, just breathe into it. Engage the core and lift up. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Excellent. Let's switch the legs. So opposite leg is on top or in front. Take the arms behind the back, just planting them right behind the back body. I'll turn so you can see a little bit better. Inhale, let's lift the chest up to the sky. Take the gaze up that way too. Inhale and lift up. Plant the hands on the knees. We'll exhale and curve the spine, tucking the chin to the chest. There's a slight tilt in the pelvis. And then inhale. Press the heart through the shoulders. Lift the head up. Look towards the sky. Exhale. Curve the spine. Suck in the belly button. Chin to chest. This is just a seated cat-cow. Inhale, chest comes through the shoulders, head up to the sky. Exhale, curve it out. Feel all the rotation and the movement in the shoulders. Inhale, heart through. Notice the shoulder blades separating and coming together. One more. And neutral spine with the exhale. We'll go ahead and come on to hands and knees. Stacking the hands directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll continue with that cat-cow movement. So inhale, drop the belly and look up. Exhale, curve the spine, tighten up everything, chin to chest. Maybe even lift the pelvic floor if you know what that is. Inhale, drop it. Relax the stomach, stretch out in the neck. And exhale, crunch everything together. Lift everything up and in. Inhale, relax and stretch. Walk the hands forward. Let's bring the chest down to the mat. Maybe the chin comes to the mat as well, or just the forehead, whatever feels good for your cervical spine. We want to have the hips directly over the knees and the hands reaching out at shoulder width. Separate the fingers on the hands, maybe walk them back just a little bit. Press into the hands, tuck the toes, lift up the knees. We'll find downward facing dog. Now, if this is your first down dog, take it easy. We can bend one knee, pressing the opposite heel into the earth and rotating, just going back and forth, walking the dog, just gently coming into our first down dog today. Lift the heels up and then press them down. Find stillness in the pose. Lifting up out of the shoulders. 2 big breaths here. Keeping that awareness of the breath throughout the practice. Nice Ujjayi pranayama. Feeling victorious in this practice. Exhale, lower the knees. Let's find child's pose. Hips go back towards the heels. Arms are either pressing in the ground forward or resting by your sides. Giving yourself the opportunity to fully relax. If your hands are by your sides, let's press them into the floor underneath the shoulders. Lift the chest off of the thighs and come to a seat on your heels. Arms come out wide. We'll come into our eagle arms, bringing the right arm underneath the left, crossing and looking to see if we can bring the palms together. If we can't get fully there, just bring the backs of the palms, okay? Just one wrapping. But if we can, let's try and take the full expression. And once we're here, we'll lift the elbows just a little bit higher and take our breath into the back of the heart, right in between the shoulder blades. With the exhale, release the arms, reach them behind the body. Inhale here while interlacing the fingers. Keep the palms together, and on the exhale, bring the shoulder blades together, lift the chest to the ceiling, and maybe we reach the hands back towards the ground, tilting back, looking up. Engage the core, suck in the belly. Lift up to neutral spine, releasing the hands. Send the hands forward, tuck into our downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward. We'll come into a forward fold. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like, you can grab opposite elbows and hang. Bend the knees slightly, release the hands, lift up to the sky. Inhale, big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands, inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Flat back, maybe we have the hands on the shins or the floor. Exhale, let's fold forward a little bit deeper. With the inhale, send the right foot back, high lunge. Find your gaze point, make sure your hips are facing forward. We lift up, hands to sky. Let's open out in the hips, turning the back heel down. We find warrior two for just a second. We make sure that that left knee is tracking over the left ankle. And our arms are strong, but we're not lifting and crowding the ears. Let's lower the left forearm down to the left knee. Reach the right arm up overhead. And maybe just to get a little stretch in the shoulders here, if we can reach down with the left arm underneath the left leg and reach back with the right hand behind the back and maybe come into a bind. This is really good for opening up in the shoulders and the chest. Last breath here. Release the hands, turn the body, shifting the hips, lifting the back heel, plant the hands down, step it back to plank for just a second, and then push back, downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Lower the knees down to the earth. Put the tops of the feet on the ground. Find your seat on your heels. Inhale, spread the arms out to the sides. This time we're bringing the left arm underneath the right, wrapping around and maybe finding that palm on palm pose. If not, this is perfectly fine with the backs of the palms. Lift the elbows up from the chest. Breathe into the back of the heart. One more breath. With that exhale, release. Shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Inhale, lift up off of the heels, coming up to rest right on our knees. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower them down to the glutes. Press the hips forward. Chest up to the sky, look backwards. We're just doing a really, really gentle back bend, okay? So don't take it anywhere too deep. Just feeling that open in the chest, the front of the chest here. Suck in the belly, lift up. Send the hands forward. Okay, right arm goes underneath left. Bring the right shoulder and the right ear down to the floor. Stretching out in that right shoulder. If we want to go a little bit deeper, we can take that left hand, reach it around the back, and look for the right inner thigh. It may sound impossible, but maybe you can even just get to the low back. Options. One more deep breath here. With an inhale, release that left hand. If you have it bound, press into the floor with the left hand. Come back up to center. And let's just go straight to the other side, setting up the right hand on the mat, sending the left arm through, left shoulder on the ground, left ear on the ground. We take a couple of breaths. We notice if we can go a little bit deeper, and if we can, We lift the right arm up and we stay either on the low back or we look for that left inner thigh. Whatever option we choose, we want to make sure that our breath is never compromised. So if you're finding that you go into the deeper expression and you can't breathe, then that means that you've gone too far. Okay? So make sure you're still breathing deeply, actively, using that Ujjayi pranayama. Last breath. The exhale, release the right hand, press into the ground, lifting the left shoulder off of the earth. And let's go ahead and find puppy pose again. Sending the hands forward, chest comes down to the earth. And then walk the hands back just a little bit. Press into the hands, tuck the back toes, and lift up. Downward dog. Walk the feet forward to meet the hands in forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, shins, hands to shins or the floor. And exhale, folding down. Let's inhale, lift up again halfway. Bring the hands behind the back. Bring the shoulder blades together, keeping the palms together. Maybe we stay here or we lower down, lifting the hands up towards the sky. Inhale, lift up halfway again, lower the hands, release your grip, let the hands come to the earth. Exhale, lower. This time, lift the left leg up off the ground, step it back. We find our high lunge. Inhale and lift up, hands to sky. A couple of deep breaths here. Lower the back heel, opening the hips. We notice that shift in the hips, opening up wide. We have a right knee stacked directly over the right ankle, and we have it tracking over the middle toes. I want to make sure that it's not splaying out or in at any way. We bring our hands to the sides. We look forward towards that middle finger, making sure we're not leaning towards one side or the other either. Now lower the right forearm down to the right knee. We reach the left hand up over. And then if we'd like to go into a bind, we allow the left hand to wrap around the back. Right arm goes underneath the right thigh, and we find that interlace. We try to keep the chest open though. If you find that you're crowding in, then you're going too far. Okay, we want to have nice open chest and shoulders. Exhale and release the hands. Turn towards the front, shifting the hips, lifting the back heel. Press into the earth. Step the right foot back, plank, and drop the knees down. Child's pose. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Really checking in with the body. Noticing if you have any tightness. Trying to use that energy of the breath to release it. And even if it doesn't feel like we can do that just with the breath right now, just actively breathing like this helps us release so much tension in the body. I think that was about 5. Let's inhale and walk the hands back, lifting the chest off of the thighs. And we're going to come into a seat at the back of the mat. Okay, cross the legs in a comfortable position, Sukhasana. Place the hands on the knees. We want to make sure, once again, just like at the beginning of class, that we're nice and rooted down. We'll find a little flow here. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, press into the knees and bring the right shoulder down towards the left knee. Really crossing the body here. Inhale and lift up to center. Exhale, press into the hands, lower the left shoulder down to the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Right shoulder, left knee. Inhale, lift. Left shoulder, right knee. Let's do that 2 more times. Noticing the movement of the shoulder blades and the flow of the breath. Inhale to center. Let's bring the hands into the heart. Extend the legs forward. You can have a slight bend to the knees if you need to. The toes are pointed up and the feet are flexed. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, let's forward fold. Just to see if we can go a little bit deeper into the pose. Inhale and try to lift your chest to your feet as far as it'll get. It gives you a little bit of space there in the low back, the low belly. And then exhale, fold into that space. Inhale and lift up. And if you need to, you can shift forward just a little bit. And slowly with control, we come down to the mat. Lay down nice and gently. Bring the knees into the chest. Maybe rock from side to side gently. And then set yourself up for Shavasana, our final resting pose. Allow the body to relax into the floor. Bring the shoulder blades together under the body. Feet fall out to the sides. Arms are at the sides of the body. Palms facing up towards the sky. Chin is slightly tucked. Let go of the control of your breath. Allow the breath to be gentle. We become very heavy here. Feeling gravity just push us towards the earth until we feel like we could become one with the earth. And take this time to fully enjoy not having to do anything. You've done so much. This is your time. So I'll be playing some harmonium for you during this Shavasana. And I hope that you stick around and benefit from this full relaxation that really helps you to recharge. If you feel like you're drained, this is what you need. time to yourself to come back in and become alive again. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Another breath just like that. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Bring small movements into the body, moving the fingers and toes, rolling the ankles and wrists. And stretch the arms up overhead. Full body stretch. Maybe give it a yawn. Moving the body as if you're waking up for the first time today, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Slowly make yourself turn to the right side, resting your head on your right bicep. Nice little fetal position, feeling safe here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position, sitting tall, maybe keeping the eyes closed. We bring our hands into heart center, we bow our heads, and we say thank you, thank you, thank you. We notice the presence in the center of the chest. Breathe life and energy into the space. And I say thank you to all of you guys for joining me today. If you enjoyed this practice, please subscribe to my channel. Check out my new classes every single week. And I'll see you soon. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.